Hello and welcome to Some Geeks Talking. I'm TylerTheCollector, and joining me, as always,
AviaryLaw. As always, huh? I mean, it feels not really as always because you've changed teams, but whatever. We're not going to get into it.
my big you talking about my fat LLB contract?
Yeah, exactly. Your big LLB contract.
Well, no. See, this is Some Geeks Talking,
Right.
and as always on SGT.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Oh, not much. Oh, it's hard to do this again.
Yeah, we had an error. We're just gonna break that fourth wall. We had a good chunk of the podcast, the Zoom cast done, and then we
over 2/3.
Yeah, and then it messed up us. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is we've missed talking about geek news, and it was awesome recording the last 2/3 last episode. It just felt like we were talking, shooting the shit, and it was super fun. So that's what we want to do. We wanted to kind of do something that was light and breezy. Zoomcast is about as easy, in theory, as it gets. So light and breezy. We talk about stuff we want to talk about, and that's the end of it. So that's what we're going to do now.
Yeah, if you were a fan of us before when we would do Some Guys Talking, or our one and only Some Geeks Talking that's on here.
Yeah.
We relaunched the show for one episode.
Yeah.
I think you'll really enjoy this.
Yeah, this is more of like the evening time, grab a beer.
Yeah.
Have a discussion instead of less produced,
Right. Even though it's going to be a little bit produced.
Really little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's just so
no more pleasantries. I'm over it. We've talked long enough.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's hard to get back into the swing of things. So I'm just going to bring up a topic. Tom Segura, my friend, comedian, my favorite comedian I've ever seen live.
So did he do something besides be hilarious?
Yeah, he kind of did. He shit all over one of my loves, pro wrestling.
Yeah, what'd he say? You want to can you go verbatim or?
I would just play the audio, but
it's so offensive.
He couldn't have went out of his way to be more offensive.
Oh.
It's not. It's like, so I saw, I'm doing my routine of checking Twitter. Oh, Tom Segura, I'm seeing him respond to wrestlers, and I'm thinking well, this is strange.
You're like, my loves have finally two things that I hold most dear.
Yeah, if I didn't read the comment, then I might have thought that. But when he's mocking that person, oh, okay, he must have done something, or they maybe I missed something, and then I click and I'm like, oh, he went off the rails and really went out of his way to not only insult pro wrestling, but the people that watch it. And I think that's where I take most offense.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit. He's being, it's hyperbole. He's being over the top. He's trying to be offensive. He's trying to trend. He's doing exactly what he thought was going to happen, which was just be a monster about something, and then watch people just take his interaction level and just tick, 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 and watch it go up. Yeah. And it's like I said, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered what he would have been talking about. He would have been that. It would have been that off the wall and offended about anything. I like ketchup on my hot dogs, and then he would have went off on someone in the same exact manner.
Yeah.
And then he just wanted you wrestling nerds to get all bent out of shape about it.
Yeah, and they did. The wrestling community was extremely bent out of shape.
Yes.
Rightfully so. And if you just look at it and maybe listen to it one time, you're like, holy crap, I don't like this guy anymore. And then you dig a little deeper and you're like, oh, but he called it fake, which is the lamest thing you can call it. And such a lazy, it's what we've heard forever.
Right. It's not new stuff.
No.
It's not new what he's doing. He's just trying to figure out how to move the needle, and he's doing it. So
oh yeah.
He finds things that people hold dear for the most part and wreck them. The Garth Brooks thing, Garth Brooks has the most record sales ever or whatever. He has such a huge amount of fans. They're so loyal to him, and he'll just he just wrecks Garth Brooks, calls him a freaking like predator and serial killer, and makes fun of him. The nonsense. So like he'll do anything to move that needle, and it's real funny to watch. It's especially funny to watch, and he's perfect during this internet time. He's perfect because he understands like how this works and what moves the needle, and then how to like make more content for himself through like the virality, the viral videos, stuff like that. Like he's perfect at like finding things and exploiting them. He's perfect for this time. He's figured it out. It's great.
Yeah.
Like his whole podcast is nothing but like shit that he's found online, and he makes fun of it, and he creates content out of it. He makes t-shirts out of it. People buy into it. Like he's the king of it, man.
I mean, that doing this and being someone who has to have like a take on something.
Yeah.
Like I get that he leaned into it, and like obviously he probably doesn't like wrestling, so he's just gonna amp it up a little.
Why would he?
And be like, "Oh, I'm really gonna shit on it," kind of thing.
Yes, and like I said, it wouldn't matter what it was, he would have done it. Like he does it about all the stuff all the time anyway. Like all the time. It's just that there's a lot of people out there who are super butthurt whenever like anybody would ever say anything bad. It's like Taylor Swift fans, except for you guys are wrestling fans. Like, there's just so much like hostility when anybody tries to like. It's like a stand for Eminem. Like it's the same thing. Super fans.
Yeah,
you just stand in wrestling.
So my opinion of a guy I like shifted to like, I get it, but I wish he wouldn't have attacked something I love.
I completely understand.
And then another guy, a guy I don't like, I watch a trailer of his and I'm like, oh man, I like this. This looks like a good movie. Yeah. I watched the King of is it Kings or King?
The King of Staten Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of these dudes, man, that like he's just captivating to people. Like people really dislike that guy, and I think that people think that he's not talented, and for some reason he was able to be on Saturday Night Live, whether it's because like of his writing or because people felt bad for him because of the 9/11 thing, because his dad, died in 9/11, or because he just has a giant piece on him. Like I think people are jealous about his piece,
Yeah.
And he's dating. He does date a lot of very attractive women.
Like, he got a big old piece on him.
He got a piece on him. He's putting his dick on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most intimidating thing you can ever do.
The most intimidating dicks of them all. The dick. Yeah. So yeah, man, he's just, I don't know. I've never really disliked him. I think that he has his moments, but like I can see why people don't like him, I guess. But I could also see why people would like him. But the movie looks great. I mean, Bill Burr's in it. We already know. I will go on about Bill Burr ad nauseum. I'll cup the balls. Like I love Bill Burr, and he looked amazing in the trailer. The trailer looked great, man. So I would suggest going and checking out King of Staten Island, and maybe putting something down in the comment section. Let us know what you guys thought, because I'm one of those people, like, I know people who absolutely cannot. My stepbrother, he absolutely hated Leonardo DiCaprio. So he could not. It was because of the Titanic thing. Because we were like teenagers. All you heard about from like girls was Titanic. Yeah. I saw it 40 times. Shut up. Nobody cares.
I hated Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt because I thought I had to hate them because they were handsome and the girls liked them.
And you're a boy. Like you're a teen or a preteen or whatever. Yeah. So like I never felt that way or whatever. So like I loved, like, when all the movies he was in, I loved him because he makes phenomenal movies. Almost all of his movies are fantastic, right? Yeah. So like I'm like, Gush Never Catch Me If You Can. My stepbrother is like, nah, it's bullshit. It's terrible. Leonardo DiCaprio is terrible. Like I am not that guy at all. Like, like so if someone I can't stand makes a great movie, I'm like, damn, that movie's good. And I will not watch a movie because it has Pete Davidson in it. If I like the trailer and it looks great, and I'll watch it, and it looks great. I think it looks awesome.
It does. I think it's a video on demand movie. It's not going to be released in theaters, I believe.
So weird.
It's a weird world we're living in.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Oh, love it. Yeah. Love the whole, like, what it's doing to entertainment aspect of things. People's standards of video conferences, like the talk show vibe, standards have dropped significantly.
It's so less. It makes things less cheesy. Like there's not this polish on everything, and it's nice because it feels like the content that I wanted to consume already. Like it's more real, and Like it
When
just feels better.
do you think it'll stay like that? Do you think once this is all over, they'll be like, we don't really need like these huge studios and all these fancy like things. Let's just be like, hey, you got a webcam at home, or we'll send you it's cheaper for us to send you an iPhone and just you use that.
No, I don't think it will because of the fact maybe for guests occasionally, like they'll be able to satellite in more often or something, but like satellite in, whatever it's called now. And
Are we live via satellite right now?
Right, yeah.
God
but
damn
like,
it, are you fucking with me?
late night's such a staple of not just our like even our generation, but like generations that are like consume it, like 40, 50, 60, 70 year olds, like they love late night. They were watching Johnny Carson and all that shit. Like that's something they really like. They like that guy at the end of the night giving them news.
That's so weird. Like I don't know anyone that watches that, like that watch. Well, I take that back. I have those like that offset group of friends that are a little bit older, and that we're just like, well, we still got cable, and it's like, what the fuck? You still got cable? With no DVR? Oh my god!
That's the thing, though, is those late night shows, they aren't made for us because we don't have cable. Like I don't have cable. Those aren't made for us. The people who those are made for are the suckers who are still paying $200 a month for cable. But they want to see that. They want to see that. They want to see Jimmy up there looking all like a puppet with a fake laugh, like Jimmy Fallon. They want to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and they're still creating content for us, though. Like you go on YouTube, you still see carpool karaoke. Like they're dipping in both ponds right now. But don't get it twisted. Like they're still making a ton of money off of our parents. The people who are still paying for cable, the people who still watch late night. And if I had cable, I would still watch Conan. Is Conan even still on? I don't even know. But if he is, I'd watch it. But I don't have cable. But I do watch Conan. I listen to his podcast.
Wow, yeah.
So
I don't remember the last time I watched a late night show live.
Like in the audience?
Well, I did see Conan O'Brien once in New York City.
That's awesome. Conan was super tall. Yeah. He's like 6'5", I think.
Way taller than I thought he would be. When you're a kid and you just don't really realize, like, oh, that man's tall on TV.
Well, also he weighs 140 pounds, so like he looks even taller because he's just so like stringy. Giant head,
big head. Yeah. I've noticed that with celebrities. That's why I think I would be a good celebrity. I got a large head,
large melon on you.
When I went to a Mick Foley's comedy show, his stand-up at the Funny Bone, my first takeaway was, his head is huge. Oh my god!
A lot of brain swell probably on him though.
Yeah. When you get dumped off a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, a lot of chair shots.
God damn. Did you read the book 1984 in high school?
No.
Did you see the movie?
I didn't read. No. I know everything I know about that show off of Pop Culture, or a book called Pop Culture. That's it.
Yeah, very, very like referenced book, and they're remaking, remastering, sequelizing. They're redoing, I guess, a new updated version called 2084.
Okay.
Very interesting, because the book was fascinating to me about how like it predicted like how things were going to be, and like anything else, they got some things right, and then some things are way out off base where it's like, well, that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's like when you watch anything or watch or read anything where they're trying to predict the future.
Oh yeah,
right.
I kind of think that it'll be a nice, like, well, I want to say this: Black Mirror kind of already has done this. Like, that's our new the future really, tech wise, and So maybe if it's like a Black Mirror episode but just a movie, that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, that's pretty much what it would have to be.
Right.
And
that's pretty much every movie, I guess, is just sort of an imagining of what something is.
Black Mirror's so good at it, though. How are you on top of that? Black Mirror is like, I don't know. It's phenomenal.
Black Mirror. So I was never into Tales from the Crypt or Twilight Zone growing up. No. And I just never really got into it. Those kind of shows that were just like single stories with no connection.
Yep.
Which leads me to our next topic of the D&D movie that's coming out, or that's going to be talked about. That clearly there's more meat on the bone and should not just be a single movie.
It's silly. It's silly that they would ever make that a movie. There's too much content. There's unlimited stories. I think that if they would just make it a series, they'd have so much. They'd have years of content, and if they found really good people to write these stories, like people who are big and like even if you go to like Good Mystical Morning, or what's it called? I think it's what it's called. Good
Mythical Morning.
Good Mythical Morning. Like if you go to not Good Mythical Morning, I'm thinking of Critical
Yeah, I was
Role.
gonna say.
Sorry,
they
Critical
are not.
Role. If you go to like someone like that, like who's really good at D&D, or like these really, I hate to say, it's weird to say famous D&D players, but kind of famous, like Critical Role, those guys. I don't know why I said Good Mythical Morning. Anyway, if you have those kind of guys and get like really like do the research and see what real nerds are doing with their stories, or what real good DMs are doing with their stories, maybe even bring people in to talk about it and be like, well, this would never happen because this race does this, like, and really keep it like honest, because if anybody's going to pick apart this, it's going to be D&D nerds.
Yeah.
So like you're going to have to like really get into the weeds, And I think that like you could have a season for dwarves, a season for elves, or even like half a season could be dark elves and whatever. Like there's so much there, and then you could have like continuity between seasons where like then they go and start going to like Nevermore or Baldur's Gate. Like they could go to all these places, and like there's just so much content. There could be spin-offs galore.
The problem is when you just see like we're gonna make a movie called Dungeons and Dragons, it's like, what's that even mean?
It means they're going to get The Rock and Kevin Hart, and they're going to play Dungeons and Dragons, and then they're going to get thrusted into the story, because that's what we want. That's what they want.
Money, and they just start printing money.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Anything The Rock touches is money.
Terrible. I don't know. Ballers isn't very good, but I've been watching it. But anyway.
That's even worse.
Yeah. I mean, I like it because it ties in a lot of sports. And a lot of like athletes will be on it and stuff like that. And
is it just Entourage? But
yep,
The Rock.
Stop talking. Yep, it's Entourage. Yeah, it's not great, but whatever.
You bring up an interesting point with the whole series, how things would lend itself better as a series.
Yeah,
and it's with movies are never going to be the same. It's never going to be how it was.
Mm-hmm.
There's not going to be a million movies coming out. I mean, there might be, but theaters are forever changed going forward. Even if it's drive-ins, but so let's pretend that we're going to go drive-ins is what's replaced movie theaters. So how many screens are you going to have? 1, 2?
Yeah.
Like you can play 2 movies at a time? That's insane.
I think there have to be, I think there's going to be less movies.
So do you think that it's going to be one of those things where like 8 movies come out a month and they're all going to be like, hey, this has got to make some money. There's not going to be anything that's small anymore.
I don't think so. Unless the budget, unless this changes. I don't know. How would you even, I don't even know how small movies even make in theaters anymore with how like monopolized it all is.
Well, see, a small movie usually, it's very like broad stroke. Like, so the smaller movies are usually movies that are more award, like, hey, this is going to win awards. We got to put this in theaters.
Yeah.
So, or a lot of these production or distribution places will be like, oh, you want our big blockbuster? You got to take 2 of these small ass things with it. Yeah. It's what AMC and I believe it was is it Universal? How they're like, we're done with you.
Right. Yeah.
So. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't see it. I can't see movies ever being the same, and I feel like if these movie stars were smart, they would just start signing exclusive deals like old school. Like I'm an MGM man now. Like
like Little Orphan Annie style.
Well, like Netflix, Hulu, like these aren't Amazon. Like
no, don't sign exclusive. If I was, I'd be like, no. I want freedom. Unless you're going to just back up as much Brinks trucks as can fit down my street. Okay.
Exactly, because that's the way to lock up money now. Look at Sandler, man. Like Like, look at these comedians. They do it. Like, they sign up these exclusive deals with like Netflix. Netflix is a big one, obviously, but like, I don't know. I mean, I don't see movies. I think if you want to lock in steady income, it's going to have to be for streaming services, whether it's exclusive or not. But I mean, I would just, if I was a movie star and I was a big one, I had a big draw, I'd be like, I would just come up to him and be like, well, what would you think about me maybe making 4 movies for you for the next 8 years?
I think you had a good point pre-show, or maybe it was the lost version of this episode.
Yeah.
Maybe put TV shows in theaters.
Yeah, I think that it lends, like, it has to be one that lends itself to it. It has great special effects, sound, immersion, like the darkness, the lights, like it would be perfect. And then you brought up a great point with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones have been perfect to watch.
Yeah.
So you release 2 a month. It plays for 2 weeks. That way people can get in there between the 14 days.
Yeah.
You can get in there. You can still have your time. You can watch it Sunday morning so that there's not a bunch of people in there screaming. Like, you have options to watch it, and maybe you buy the series. Like, maybe you're like, well, for me, like, I'll pay, $8 an episode, and I'll come sit in your theater and I'll watch
like
it.
season tickets.
Right. A season ticket, a series ticket.
Yeah, there you go.
And so you'll get it, and say it's 10 series. Say you pay $80. Say you and your wife, $160. You now have months worth of entertainment locked up. The movie theater has money, and it's a new way to experience these mega series. Because series has to be the way things go, I would think. Like, it just doesn't. I personally whenever you talked about it forever, I don't want to consume movies very much anymore because I don't want to invest. I want to be invested for longer. Like,
yeah, and that's the problem. Like, a lot of the big movies right now are 3 hours long, and so my wife has not, producer Megan, shout out to producer Megan, has not seen the new Star Wars movies. So Star Wars Day was last week, and we're like, hey, let's watch these. We got through the first one, and it took like 4 or 5 settings, because all we want to do, we get in such a routine of like, okay, we're gonna eat while we watch. Let's watch a TV show while we eat dinner. Okay, now let's go do then everyone just kind of disperses from the TV, and it all goes back to their separate screens. And it's like, well, I don't want to invest 3 hours of my time right now to a movie.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. So like plus it'd be bite-sized. I mean, it'd be bite-sized movie theater visits. It'd be like, you're going for
more
an hour.
Turnover for ticket price. The ticket price can drop a little, but you're showing it more time, so you'll get more bang for your buck in the end.
Yeah, you can even do like $5 or something because you're only in there for an hour.
Right.
People are still buying stuff, like food and stuff like that. I hope if anything comes out of this, I hope it breaks the industry a little bit, so it's not costing me $100 to take my family to 4 of the movies.
Legit $58 just for tickets to take my family.
Doesn't count food.
Doesn't count
popcorn,
food. It's literally another $50 if 3 of us, because I don't get the food. If 3 of them get something to eat and a drink, it's $50.
Dude, that's such a dad move. Same way. I don't get the food. I'm like, I'm not spending this much money.
You're a sucker. You're a goddamn sucker.
I'm a sucker because it's my money, but still, I have to try to lessen this blow somehow.
Yeah. Well, we gotta withstand the storm somehow. I'm the guy tying himself down to the ship.
Yeah, I don't need $9 snow caps. I'm just gonna play the violin while this baby goes down. You guys get the boats, and I'm gonna just stay here and play.
Yeah. Oh.
Speaking of sitting, by the way, speaking of sitting and trying to enjoy a movie, quarantine's done one great thing for me. It's been family movie night. I get the family together, we sit around, we watch a movie. I've been trying to find movies that I enjoyed when I was a kid, so that I could A, see how my kids respond to them, and B, see how I digest it as an adult. So one of them that I did recently, and I found that you also did recently.
Yeah, it was so funny that you did it and I had done it without talking about doing it.
Yeah. So Back to the Future. We just watched Back to the Future. We actually just did it 2 days ago.
Okay, fresh.
So yeah, which it was amazing. I loved it. It was awesome.
Yes.
There's been movies like we watched other movies, and I'm like, I can totally see the perspective of the parent now. I'm like, that kid's full of shit, man. Like, that kid's a piece of shit. Yeah. But now, watching this, I'm like, I totally see it. Like, one thing that really pops out to you, and it's supposed to be this way as a little kid, you kind of take it in, is how McFly, the dad,
George,
George, how like obviously obnoxious and aloof and silly and cartoonish he was before Marty went back to the past, right? But like when then and like it was so like cartoonishly annoying though. Like the like that thing, like it was so cartoonishly bad. But you know that was part of it. You know, he was supposed to be so that he would look even better. It was like the Urkel, you know, Steve Urkel, Stefan, like it was that thing. But other than that, it was really good, man. I mean, you know, it felt a little cheesy than I remember, but like in a great way, and it felt amazing and it felt cool, and like the spacesuit seemed cool, and like it just everything was cool, man.
Yeah, when I watched it, I immediately looked online. I was like, I want to get some of these clothes, and I just want to dress like Marty McFly.
Dude, it was so cool. Like, and there was definitely the nostalgia to it, but like, and my son loved it, dude. Ferndog loved it.
So my kids both loved it as well.
Yeah, he loved it. Of course, he has like that. You know, there's like kids our age, like kids in this day and age, especially have that gotcha to them. You know, like they watch YouTube and they want to expose things. Like
gotcha
the first,
journalism.
Yes, the first thing that he did was like, I liked it a lot, but the ending I don't think was very well thought through. And I'm like, calm down, dude. You're 11. You're not a filmmaker. He's like, he's like, I want to know why George and like the mom and the dad, like, why didn't they remember Calvin Klein? Because he looks exactly like Marty. Like, why don't they remember Calvin Klein? I'm like, first off, this isn't new. Everyone's thought about this a million times.
This isn't some hot take.
It happens. Relax. So he was like on it. He was like, yeah, this is my hot take. I'm about to expose.
Yeah,
trash.
He's going to expose Back to the Future in 2020.
Exactly. But he felt like he was going to, which is cool. Like, you know, he saw the same hole that we all saw, you know. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. One thing I appreciated was Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's a comedic genius.
Amazing, dude. Like, little things. Like, he was, I don't know if this is true or not, but did excuse me, what's his name that played Kramer? Did he, like, base Kramer off of
He must have. It's the same mannerisms.
Yeah, like the
frantic, like he's just on edge almost at all times.
Yeah. But he had little things that were just hilarious, man. He was so fun. He made me laugh out loud. He really did.
That's something I didn't catch so much as a kid.
Same. Yeah, I appreciated it so much.
Yeah. His performance aged really well as time has went on.
Yeah, he must have been exhausted.
Yeah. And another thing I realized, there's so many, and this is another way of like, the lens of watching it and being like, well, that's a GIF. I wonder if that's a GIF. I'm gonna look up that in my phone and see if that's a GIF I can send people.
Yeah, that's true. The new lens of watching that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. The whole movie can essentially just be a GIF. Everything.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is as soon as it happened when they're at the mall and then he takes off and or no, Einstein takes off and they're both standing there above the tracks and Einstein takes off in the car and then they turn and there's fire and I'm like, you just saw like one of the most iconic movie scenes of all time right there. Like that little frame.
Yeah, the tire fire tracks is something that like it's not that just picture and you show someone that, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah, and even them looking back. You know what I noticed too is, you know, that really popular meme with like the dude looking back and going, and like the woman pulling him as he's looking at the other girl. You know that meme?
Yeah.
He does that in the movie with his girlfriend. They're walking from the school in the beginning of the movie, and like two girls walk by in exercise outfits, and he's like, and like she's pulling on him.
Oh yeah, dude, that's funny that you say that. That is exactly
I was like,
that.
That's a meme. That's one of the most popular memes in the world, and Marty McFly did it.
Wow.
Maybe he came here and saw it and then went back and did it.
Yeah. But you know, if you watched Endgame, Back to the Future's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Well.
That breaks my heart too, just like Tom Segura did. Man. So did you see the Earl Thomas story?
Dude, how could you not see it? This was a waterfall of just insanity. It's like the first insane part is he's cheating on his wife. Second part is his wife catches him. The third part is his wife catches him and then goes with a gun to catch him. The next part is his wife walks in and sees he's with multiple people running a train on this lady, this young woman.
It's
The last part is that's his brother. The other participant in this three-way, this devil's three-way, is his brother.
That is crazy.
And then the best part, the absolute best part, is he's just like, these things happen, man. You know?
Yeah, he's just so well.
You know, these things happen. It's
It
like,
happens.
dude, man, Twitter. I love the best part about living in this day and age is Twitter is undefeated when it comes to just roasting people, man. Because if you remember last year during the season, he was trying to tackle Derrick Henry at one point.
And yeah.
And he's
boom, just like a child.
And then it was just like the worst things that happened to Earl Thomas this year, and it shows that and like something else. Then it shows like, you know, on Snap it has like that map, and it shows like two guys and a girl, like little cartoon characters. It was funny, man. Internet's undefeated.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the craziest story ever. It just never stopped getting better.
It's so crazy when you think that his brother picks him up, and the first thought is, "Hey, I scored us an Airbnb. Let's go run a train on this hoe." Dude, like, my god!
They dug up tweets. They dug up tweets. I didn't mute my phone. Oh, lost my game. It's still Christmas, by the way. It's still Christmas vacation ringtone.
My God, that's been since I've known you.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years strong. One thing that's hilarious is that, like, if you look back at his brother's tweets, on one tweet from like 2012, it says, "All right, I'm gonna go run a train on this girl." Like, that's what it says on there. It's
my God.
Oh, he's consistent. You know, he knows what he likes, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're winding things down.
Yeah, I don't have anything else in the chamber. That's it.
I do have one thing I'm excited for, and you're not because you're going to shit on it, but Boba Fett got confirmed for Mandalorian Season 2. Pretty excited about that.
Never heard of it.
Don't understand the reference. I want to shout out to our boy from Lost Past Everest, Jake.
Lost Past Everest, dude. Animatronic robot children. I've listened to that song like 3 times today.
It's so catchy.
It slaps.
Like, I'm not even a fan of that kind of music, and I was like, I like this. I need to incorporate this into my daily routine of listening to this style of music.
It's such a great dynamic on that song because it's like hard, and then it's like almost ballady for a second, like a rock ballady type of thing almost, and then it gets hard again, and then there's almost like the electronic feel at the beginning. Oh, it's a good song, man.
It's good.
I'm excited to hear. That was a single. I assume he's going to have I don't know if it's just that or if he's releasing an album or what. I don't know.
I think they are releasing an album.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you can check that out, man. Check it out on Spotify. Go to Spotify, go to Lost Past Everest, and follow the band. You'll know when they drop. Helps them out, yeah.
What are you doing in the meantime and in between time of next episode?
Just quarantining.
Twitching. This is a Twitch segue. Promote your Twitch.
I play video games. I'm all over the place right now, man. I'm just wherever the wind takes me. You know, I'm playing a lot of indie games, a lot of developers. I've gotten a lot of keys from developers, checking out their games. A lot of indie games, a lot of survival games. Just, you know, the usual. I'm having fun.
Where can they find you on Twitch at?
Twitch.tv/AviaryLaw. Might have a link or something down in the post. I don't know how that all works, but
I don't know how YouTube works either.
Whatever. This is really our first YouTube experience, but I don't know. AviaryLaw on all platforms.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
That's a t-shirt. AviaryLaw on all platforms.
That's right. That's right. What are you up to?
Just sitting on my big fat stack of cash like Scrooge McDuck, the Los Lost Boys money. The Brinks trucks of that keep. I put that. That's what we got to end this episode. I got to go let them in to drop the rest of the money off.
Yeah.
No, I just been Los Lost Boys, the podcast comes out on Mondays. It is on wherever you can get podcasts at. Or if you want to watch us, it's on YouTube. Los Lost Boys on YouTube. But realistically, I'm just grilling. When I'm not at work, I became a griller.
Yeah? Did you get a new grill or anything?
I got the cheapest grill Walmart got.
All right. I like grilling. You should get a smoker that changes your world. It's a game changer.
I don't really like smoke.
Okay. Well, it's not really. You don't really like inhale it or anything.
Okay.
It just gives a flavor to your food. It's all pretty much stays inside the container. So yeah, man, same. I can't wait for summer. I need summer to be here. I need warm weather. I want to be outside. I want to be riding my bike.
I want to be outside, sitting in your patio area with a nice beer.
Got the lights up. We got new patio furniture. We have a smoker out. I have the grill out. Get some beer. I'm ready, man. I am so ready for that to happen.
Yeah, me too.
We just need my brother-in-law. He's super lazy. He's supposed to come over and help me do some stuff, but he hasn't been over in a while. So
piece of shit.
It's like he has things to do or something. So he's playing video games.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it, man. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do this again, and I think we're going to try to make this every other week kind of thing.
Sounds great. Yeah, it gives us time to get some topics together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been Some Geeks Talking.
Bye, guys.